Hello everyone, this is Sean, and this is the intro slash preview for part 6 of the 97 Herbie Build. As you can see, I got the car finished, and I put the stickers on it from the 68 Polar Lights Herbie kit. Of course, the side effect of using the stickers is I keep having to press them down a bit to get them to stay. But the reason I use the stickers is because it's a lot easier to adjust their position. You don't have to put any white paint underneath the stickers. You don't risk a decal showing through the gumball decal. And you can actually use the license plate decal, the very detailed one, which you can see there when it focuses. So anyway, that's all for the intro, and keep watching the video to find out how part 6 got to the finished product. See you later. Hello everyone, this is Sean, and this is the 6A of the Herbie Build. What I'm doing today is I'm taking these parts that form the front axle connection of the car, and I'm putting them in place. Now I got my pin vise ready in case I need to widen some holes, which I suspect I will. So actually I'm going to test, I'm just going to widen that a bit right now, and I'll be right back. So I was right. I have to widen the holes a bit. So I will widen them from the back here. There you go. This is part 71. Keep this angled. There we go. So I'll be back when I get it attached. I had to use the largest drill bit, but the 3 holes are about equal diameter now, so we'll see how this works. You can see it attached here, so the glue did work. I'm just going, and making the holes bigger did work. I'm just going to put more glue in either side here to make sure it holds. There we go. Alright, so I will do the same on the other side. I'll drill out the pieces. Make sure everything's holding correctly. Okay. Here we go. Well, I got them on in the right distance because the tie rod, which you can see here, fits on perfectly on the pegs. Alright, so it's time to glue that in place as well. There we go. Okay, so that tie rod is part 72. Now it's time for part 68, which is the wheel axles. So I will put them in place, and I'll show you the result. It appears that these pegs on these front wheels are a bit too thick, so I'm just going to file them down quickly until they're narrow enough to fit in the hole. I don't want to be fiddling about with something I just glued into place. But before I put them in place, I can at least take a picture of what I've assembled so far. There you go. And once I get the wheels on, that'll be it for tonight. Got one on. Don't worry about the glue having taken the color away, because it'll be covered up by hubcap anyway. Now on to the next. The thicker file's the one that worked. Well, it's on there, but to make sure the axle can get through, I'm going to have to adjust the one side piece. There we go. There we are. So that the axle will be straight when it goes on. Or push it in even more to the pins. There we go. All the way. If you push it in all the way, it'll force the thing to straighten. And I'm going to test the axle to make sure it goes. That's a successful test. And you know what? I'm going to leave the axle in there so it kind of forces the thing to set in the proper configuration. So that's good. All right. And the next pieces that I will put on the car are the white wall wheels here. Here we go. Because they go next. I just hope they poke out enough to be able to put the wheels on. But that's the next step, to assemble the axles to the wheels and put the hubcaps in. So I'll take the picture with the axle in place. There we go. And I'll be back. In this case, twisting the hubcap off the piece is necessary because it's just not enough of an angle to get the sprue cutter in there. Right. All right. Okay, so I'll just get out the hubcaps. The plain hubcaps without Volkswagen symbol, as the Herbie guide shows right there. No Volkswagen symbol. All right, so as you can see, I have the 4 wheels assembled for the car. Don't know if I'm going to try to put them on yet. Well, actually, it seems to be working out better than I expected. The wheels are able to go on the axle. And they roll. So actually, I'm going to try the short axle on the back, and we'll see what the final result is. Somehow it's always more difficult putting the back axle in because it's going in kind of blind. Whereas the front axle, you could see exactly where to thread it through. So I'll be back when I've got it in. It'll take a few minutes, perhaps. Well, I think that's going to be all for tonight. I'm just going to have to fiddle with it a bit. And it's like the axle on the Mark III DeLorean. It just seems to be stuck. I can see where it should go, but I just can't get it to go through. It is stuck somewhere in the middle. It's stuck kind of blind, and I think I'm just going to have to widen the holes a bit more to get it through there. So I'll probably see you tomorrow when I get it in. Bye-bye. Another idea. Since I cannot get the axle all the way through, what I'm going to do instead is try to fashion something where it only goes in this part way, but it's approximately the same width as the front wheels when it goes in. Fashion it from a spare bit of sprue tree. Fashion it from the central shaft of a Q-tip. And lengthen it accordingly so it's only as wide as, say, the front wheels. That will work. So I'm going to test that and I'll be back. Hey everyone, this is Sean. I'm back again. I came up with a solution. I was able to drill through the cardboard I was able to measure the old axles and find left half and right half, and in fact, this end does fit perfectly into a wheel. I kept the spare wheel in its original configuration. And as you can see, there you go. See? It fits in, doesn't fall out, so it's actually a better fit than the other wheel. So I'm going to try to drill through the other side that actually got a old Q-tip stuck in it and see if I can get it to work. And we'll find out in a moment. Eyes, I wouldn't believe it. It's in there. The back wheels may be a little wider than the front wheels, but I mean, I can trim this thing down a bit. But so far it's working. And don't worry about the wheel backing here. I will just drill out the center so it can go on the other axle. Well, I wouldn't have believed it, but there you go. The wheels are right against the base of their wheelbase, just as they should be. They roll freely, and there you are. Well, let's see here. Now I know the wheels are a bit wobbly. The front wheels aren't touching, but then again, I had the same thing with the DeLorean Mark III, and it had proper wheels. I mean, it's a bit wobbly, I admit. But you know, remember, this is Herbie from 1997, so he won't be perfect. But I think that's a pretty good way of fixing the axle problem. So I can mark that as a success. So I'm going to mark that on the guide. So I used 2 paint swabs, each half length of the axle, the short axle. All right. As you can see from the instruction here. So that's perfect. I'm going to take a picture of everything. I will save those short axles for something in the future. And I used one of the tires that still had its center point because the spare tire doesn't need the center point. All right, so here we go. Picture time. Picture. The best part of the whole deal is the ends of that paint swab. I'll show you an intact one. The end of the paint swab is actually thicker than the axle. But it's a solid plastic material. It's not wooden or paper like the Q-tip. So it's perfect. So that is the completion of the entire bottom section here. So I guess now I can go ahead with the next steps in the assembly, which will be slip assembled chassis onto the body and engage the location. Oh my gosh. Well, I could try it. We'll see what happens. Well, if I didn't see it with my own eyes, I wouldn't believe it, but there you go. Herbie's intact. Now, I know one wheel wobbles, but remember, this is a 30-year-old 1997 Herbie, so I think I did pretty well making sure that everything got fixed. So I'm going to turn it upside down. I'm going to apply some glue to the bottom of the chassis here. Try not to wreck the paint job. So we'll see how we do here. Because remember, that's going to be covered up by the running boards anyway. There we are. And along the left side, there we go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get some elastic bands to connect it together. I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back. So Herbie is successfully elasticed together within an inch of his life. This is the actual working side, more or less. Both wheels roll. This is the kind of non-working side. But that's okay, because again, 30-year-old Herbie. And I've even got an elastic holding the tailpipe, which of course itself is crooked, 97 Herbie, to the back of the car. So I'm going to leave it like that for a few days. And then we'll move on to the next step, which is now going to be step 9. If you can focus here. Focus on my finger. It's not really focusing, but it's step 9 is all about the body itself, all the accessories, which you can see here. And here. Long screws in there. Those are the running boards. So those are the accessories that'll be next for Herbie itself once everything's dry. Once the glue is settled. And then after step 9, then you add the stickers. And yes, this time I will add the stickers for its 97 Herbie, but I just have to adjust them properly. Okay. Well, that's good to know. So that's a successful end to part, I guess it's part 6B. So, see you all later for part 6C. Bye-bye. Okay, hello everyone, it's Sean. Back for the next, it's not part 6C yet, still part 6B. But what I did is I carefully adjusting the hole so that all 4 wheels can sit level on the car. So we'll see how it works once it's drilled and installed again. Success! All I needed was to adjust it a little bit. There you go. And now the 4 wheels are equidistant. And you know what? It stays level. I just have to secure it a bit more. So I'll be back when I've done that. That wasn't the other wheel that fell off, the one I'd fixed. That was the wheel I hadn't fixed. Hadn't needed to fix. That was the wheel that was just having a backing like this. So just a little bit of glue on the axle, or a little bit of the main glue. Here we go. And a little bit in there. Fit it in place. There we go. And you know, I'm going to pull the same trick with this one actually. Put the glue on here. Put the glue in the new hole. It's about equidistant out from the tube. Make sure. There you go. All the wheels are touching equally. Leave it like that. And I will consider that a success. Now. Alright. So that's good. Just a little adjusting. You see, because I used a cardboard backing, it was really easy to drill through, make the adjustment. So that'll be part 6B3, the end of part 6B. And tomorrow I'll do part 6C, which includes putting the exterior parts on the car's body. So I hope you have a good evening and talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hello everyone. This is Sean, and this is part 6C of the 1997 Herbie Build. I'm hoping today to put most of the exterior components on the car, except for the bumpers, of course. I gotta put have to put the stripes on the car before the bumpers. But I've already painted the back lights with the Tamiya Clear Red, and I've already got the backlight brackets all set. So I'm going to assemble those first, and we'll see how that goes. Oh, and I got one of the running boards on the car. So, be right back. Alright, so I got the rear tail light housing on, both sides. Of course, once the glue is set, I will, of course, touch up that with the white, probably this white. So now I'm going to move on to the front. Well, let's take the picture first. Back of the car. Got to take all the pictures here. There we go. All right, so I'm going to move on to the front of the car now, which will be... gotta turn to that page. There we go. Front of the car, which will be the two top lights, which will remain clear. And then I'll go after the headlights and little lenses and everything. And that's all I'm going to do before I put the stripes on. So, see you when once again, I have to drill out these holes completely to make sure that I can get the headlight in properly. Oh, careful, don't blow away the little front vent. And just to make sure, I'm going to drill out those front vent holes too. Alright, there we go. There we are. And just one more little hole on the right top fender. There you go. Okay, so that should theoretically allow this piece to fit in here. So we'll see if it's successful. All right, so I got the left headlight and headlight housing, the right headlight and headlight housing. I put in the two top lights and the little grills at the front. You can see that more closely here. And don't worry, paint touch-up will be applied, of course. So I will assemble the headlight housings and try to install them, and we'll see how it goes. All right. So now the headlights are both in with their headlight lenses. And that is as much as I do on the front before these stripes. I will save the door handles and mirrors and the running boards until after the stripes are on. So now we get to the stripes, and I'm going to have to carefully measure those. Of course, when it comes to Herbie's stripes, I'm only using these on the 97 Herbie. I'm saving the very detailed license plate stickers for the 68 Herbie. Of course, I'll have to approximate it with my white stickers once I find it. Okay, I'm back again. So what I had to do here is find some reference pictures of Herbie at the back. Now you can see how the stripe goes all the way up the back. Blue stripe this way. It goes over the vent, but it doesn't appear to go over the trunk lid unless the bumper's in the way, of course. But you don't put the back stripe on first. You put on the front stripe. Now I can go to the 97 Herbie and take a look at the front stripe, and this appears to be the best view right here, and you see how the 53 is only, oh, flip it the right way. Here we go. 53 only goes halfway into the blue. So I'm going to cut out the numbers, roughly, and I'll be back. Don't know why there's 6 numbers. And of course, I'm going to have to put the spare tire in the front of Herbie before I do anything else. So I'll be right back with that. There we go. Spare tire's in place. So I'll try the stripes now, or the adjustment anyway. Alright, so there we go. Have to push the sticker down, of course. But I've got the stripe adjusted. Just going to fix it a little bit. There we go. There we go. Just got to adjust the stripe properly. Push the sticker down so it stays on the car the whole way. I don't want to use glue because it could destabilize the sticker itself. But there we go. That's about it. And it is a bigger hood sticker. So it is in the approximate position it should be for the back. And then on the back, I will put the other sticker. Be right back. Now it's time to put on the roof stripe. So what I'm going to actually do is cut it a bit closer, align it almost exactly with the, well, as exactly as I can with the front hood stripe. And we'll go from there. I'm saving the actual Herbie decals for the 68 Herbie, which will be model build number 53, of course. You want to save the best for the proper model build number. Alright, so let's see here. Again, I've got my little marking pencil. That way I can get the stripes aligned properly. So, about like that. Oh, there you go. So I'd say between there and there. And you align it all the way along. So between about there and there. Okay, so I'm going to put that sticker on, do the cutting, and I'll be back with that result. All right, so I got the roof stripe on. Remember, it only goes up to the covering, doesn't go over it. And of course, I got the door stickers on. No running boards yet, that'll come later. And of course, there's the back sticker. So the last thing to do is the final back stripe, which will actually run right down over top of the tailpipe, so right where it kind of got cut off, it's kind of the best place to trim it. Like it got a bit cut off here, but that's probably the best place to trim it so that it won't interfere with the tailpipe. So here we go. So run it down. There. Good. Right about there. Run it down all the way down. Oh my goodness. There we go. Pretty well. Just got to fix the stripe a bit. Right to the left side of the license plate itself. Just got to fix it. I'll be back. There we go. Back stripe engaged. And don't forget, anything that doesn't cover will be covered up by the rear bumper, which is actually the next thing to install. I'll take better pictures later. All right. I'm going to use the license plate stickers after all on this 97 Herbie because I'm using everything else. And it's a lot easier to get them on there than try to do it another way. So I'll be back. So I got the front license plate on. I'm just using the actual stickers. Don't worry, I'll take better pictures later. Now onto the back. There we go. It's on pretty straight, I think. There. Since I did the whole car with stickers, I figure I might as well do everything. And I touched up the back vents too. Okay, so the only thing left is to touch up some of that paint and put on the running boards. But before I put on the running boards, I'm just going to drill out the side. So I drilled out the holes on both sides with the medium-sized drill just to make them a little bigger. And we'll see how it goes. Be right back when it's in. Not quite done yet. The running boards are in on both sides, but the final steps are the door handles and just the one mirror, which is on the chrome tree. So I'll put those on and I'll be back. And here's another picture of 97 Herbie, showing clearly that it's the oval mirror, not the round mirror that I need to use. Door handles, proper mirror, everything. So I'm going to put everything away. That should give time for the glue to set. And I'll do the paint touch up and we'll probably be done. All right. So there's the final pictures of Herbie. All done. Mirror on, door handles on, everything. I even fixed the paint at the back. I'll do a better job later, but there you go. Smooth the sticker down. That's the only flaw with using stickers instead of decals. You constantly have to smooth them down. But I'm glad that the license plate stickers worked so well. There you go. Alright, so time for some beauty shot pictures. I'll take it off the tripod. I'll be back. That'll be the end of the video. See you for the next build. Okay, so that is the end of model build number 35, the 1997 Herbie from the Bruce Campbell movie. And I realize there's this one more thing I have to do, and that's to put the identification sticker on the bottom. So I'll be right back with that. There we go. There's the identification sticker on the bottom of the car. Herbie 1997 from Herbie the Love Bug. So thanks for sticking with me through the 1997 Herbie build. Can't remember quite how long it took. What I'll be posting this Friday, August 26th, is part 5, so you won't see part 6 until the first Friday of September. That should be September 2nd, actually. But I'm quite pleased at how Herbie turned out. And I still have to adjust the back license plate sticker slightly. It keeps trying to come off. Well, there you go, the adjustment that I just made to stick it down. Actually centered it a bit more than it was before. It is a bit difficult when it's stickers and not decals, but I figured since Herbie was 30 years old in 97, well, 29 years old, you know, some of his decals would probably be peeling and everything, so it would be better if it was just stickers anyway. There we go. Get it down under the louver there. Use the toothpick to try and get it in. Okay. And you got the angle between the stripes and the number right, just like in 97. And as you know, of course, it didn't go over the sunroof, and the sunroof was white. Now, of course, it doesn't roll because I had to glue the back wheels in place, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. So thanks for watching, and I will show you which build is next. This is going to be the next build, the Defiant. And the reason it's model build number 36 is because DS9 was the third Star Trek series. And it was also, let's see here, I believe it was Stardate 46 when it was introduced. Season 3, well, that would have been Season 1 of Voyager, okay. But anyway, Season 3 of DS9, and it does have it doesn't have anything to do with 6 on the model. But it's the next one, because the next one, model 37, will be the Landing Legs Voyager. So I figured I'd get some practice building a starship before I tackle Voyager. Anyway, that's all for now. Thanks for watching the Herbie Build. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you here next time.